Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Um, I see Chris in the chat, but I don't see anyone else yet. But we're here. We've got Annie and Joe. Well, see right there. There's Joe. And we are going to be having some fun tonight. So I hope some more people get in here fairly
I
quickly so that
I just
we
got
can.
my notification, so maybe some other will come in, and Rudy's in.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. I gotta do
Okay, cool.
something. Okay. Why? Okay, 5 people is watching. 6 people is watching.
I'm watching.
I was in there, but I'm not now
Okay.
because it runs better if I
Okay.
don't have them both up at
Let's
once.
see. Right.
I can see the chat when I have my tablet on.
Right. Okay. Hello, Chris. So, Chris, I want to put this banner up so you guys can see kind of what we're doing. Stay sharp. Be ready to answer questions to have a chance to decide items that I will be painting tonight. So I'm gonna leave that up. Hopefully, we got more people that's watching, or more people come in and tell us what we're going to be doing. Okay, so I'm going to ask a question. Some of these questions Annie and Joe already know the answers to, and some of them they have no clue.
Rudy's still posting.
Okay, what in the heck? Let's see.
One moment, please.
Yeah, is he gone yet?
I put him in timeout, and then I'm going to remove his comments.
Okay, how long did you
I opened YouTube back up.
Yeah,
put him in timeout for?
It didn't give
I
me
don't.
an option that time.
I reported him and then I deleted him.
Okay.
So okay,
Well,
hopefully he won't make it back in. Okay, sorry about that. We all know the problem. Okay, so right now, Chris, unless someone else is in here, we got 7 people watching, so hopefully they'll come up with some answers. Um, okay, first question: which country is the largest in the world? First person who answers it right gets to make a decision on what I'm going to be painting. Hopefully they'll bring people out of the woodwork. Where's my? Oh, there it is.
Golden
Golden
Age is
Age.
really
Hi,
cool.
Golden Age. And she is right. So, Golden Age, Annie's going to ask you a question, and then you get to tell me what I'm going to be doing.
Okay, she needs to start with the sky. So, do you want a blue sky, a sunset sky, or a sunset sky?
And if it's blue, do you want it to be a deep blue or a light blue? So, as soon as you put that in the chat, then I will go ahead and do it. I'm going to spray a little bit of water on the canvas, and I'm going to switch it where you
Okay.
can see what
Sunrise.
I'm.
Sunrise.
Sun,
Sunrise.
no,
Okay.
a lighter blue.
So I'm going to do this. Okay, so you guys can see what I am doing. And I'm going to do this. There.
There you go.
So you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So a sunrise is going to be a lighter blue. So I need light blue. And then I need white.
Golden Age says red sky in the morning.
A red sky. Okay. We can go there too.
Golden Age, you're in Arena, right?
Just got paint all over my hand.
Get somebody's name wrong again.
So you want red sky in the morning.
Sailor, take warning.
do a red sky. It's going to have a little bit of yellow in it because of the sunrise. Oh, my dog is make doing one of the dogs is doing bubbles. You know how they go bloop bloop bloop
Yes.
when they're
She says red sky at night, sailors take flight. Red sky in the morning, sailor take wing.
red sky. Right. Okay.
She was saying.
Right. Her name is Norina.
Okay.
Oh, that's a pretty red.
Mm-hmm.
If my camera goes off, I'm still here. It's just because I have a wanderer.
Okay. Ron, which dog is doing the bubbles?
I don't know. He's sleeping or just resting. He's well, maybe
Who is it?
Ashton.
Oh, okay. Justin. Okay. And I'll put a sun in it after this dries, because if I start doing it now, it'll mix. So now we got another question. We'll do another question. What is the only food that can never go bad? This one might be a hard one. If we don't get an answer real quick, I'll ask another question. Thank you, Golden Age. Maybe I should go with it. Oh, she's right. It's honey. Okay. So, Annie, ask away.
Do you want mountains, flat ground, or hills? Mountains.
Mountains, please. Okay, so this is spring. So we're going to go with, I'm going to do dark green, and then I will put foliage on it after the dark green dries. So this is a green that I mixed up myself a couple of years ago. I didn't have any green, and so I mixed this green up.
Chris K said her mama called her.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Tank.
Hi, Tank.
Read the ticker on the bottom of the screen, please.
And we'll come back. I'll come back and add more to this. Mountains. So they actually look like a mountain instead of just brush strokes.
Hulk boobies.
Huh?
They look like Hulk boobies.
Okay.
She-Hulk boobies.
Okay. All right. Okay. Next question. All right. Let's go with. Let's see. Nearly all fossils are preserved in what type of rock? First one who answers gets to choose an element that goes on this painting.
Lava, Tank says.
Nope, not lava. Guess again.
Ooh, can I answer?
If nobody else answers by
Ignesia, I don't know what that is. Crystal.
Tank got it.
Limestone.
Tank got it. It's limestone.
I don't know what that was.
Hi,
I
Beth.
do.
Please read
Yeah.
the ticker at the bottom of the screen.
Yes. Okay. So, Tank, Annie is going to ask a question and you get to answer it, which will tell me what goes next on this painting. While you're thinking and writing that, I'm going to dry my mountains so that I can. Ow.
Okay, Tank. Do you think she should have? I'm assuming I'm going in the right order, Connie. If I'm
Yeah.
not, would you like a lake, a river, a stream, a creek, a pond, or an ocean? Stream, Tank says.
Okay. I'm going to put some foliage on these mountains really quick, and then I will do that. So this is a little bit lighter of a green so that it actually shows up. Oh, I need to switch out my green.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
Madonna didn't have green boobies, though. She had silver boobies. Sequins. Little twirly things on the end. Oh, God, Beth, now in my head, I've got the She-Hulk singing like a virgin.
Tank says dragon spikes. Beth said they just
Oh,
cleared.
my God, that's a thought and a half. Somebody should totally make a video of that. She-Hulk singing like a virgin. That would be funny.
So putting this lighter color is going to give you dimension and definition of the mountains. That way it doesn't just look like green spikes, or what you guys want to call them.
Beth says, quite a patina on those are mountains.
Yeah. Okay. Now you said you wanted, she said stream, right?
Yes.
Come on, paint. I'm to the point where I have to fill up my bottle.
He's back.
Okay, hold on. This is very, very irritating. Thank you, Beth. She took care of it. Now I have to do a comment. Okay.
1.8
All right.
thousand seconds. Okay.
Okay, I thought I deleted it. What the heck? There. And another one. Okay, what is going on? Okay, now it's gone. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do a stream, and it's gonna come over. You can choose. Was it Tank that won this one? Right?
Yes.
Huh? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So you can decide real quick. Do you want your stream to come this way, from the right, from the left, or right down the center? I wish that ticker was not.
Islands in the stream.
She's singing a song.
Ah,
Kenny and Dolly.
from right.
From the right. Okay. Annie, I just thought of something else that we need to put on that list.
What?
Rocks.
Okay.
What did Golden Age say? That is what we are. No one in between. How can we? Oh, okay. She's singing or something.
Yeah.
Do you want this stream to be a little bit wider, or is this a good thickness? That's okay.
Wider. She said, I was thinking river boulders. Wider, please.
Okay.
Okay. My carrots turned out really good, Joe.
Did they?
Yeah, I did an I thought we were out of honey because I couldn't find it. And so I was like, okay, I did an apricot glaze on them, and he's like, oh yeah, he said, make these again. I was like, okie dokie. I tasted one, they tasted okay, except they taste like carrots.
Okay, so the next question, I'll come back and work on this as we go. This is just the bottom layer. Next question has to be what goes here. Thank you, Tank.
Tank says brown sugar is good for him.
Yeah, I just like to change it up on him because he loves his carrots.
And Golden Age
Okay.
says she's singing in the background and she's got her husband doing the same song.
Okay, so I have a question, another question. So get ready to answer. First one that gets it right gets to choose something. So the question is, what is Prince Harry's official first name?
Tank says
Harrington? No.
No.
No, it is not. Keep trying to figure it out. a good guess, though.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have thought of that one.
Nope. I wouldn't have either.
Not a name you hear very often anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of unique.
Yeah.
It's old fashioned.
These cases, I don't know.
Okay.
Henry. Said
Yes.
Beth.
Yes, Beth, you're right. Henry. Okay. Henry. Beth. Annie's going to ask you a question. And you get to answer it in the comments about
Okay.
what I'm going to do here.
Do you want just flat ground, bushes, rocks, or would you like a road coming to the river? Oh, wait, you need a bottom layer, don't you?
Well, I need to know if it's going to be dirt, grass, weeds. I mean, I need to know the ground.
Okay. Do you want grass, pebbles, a sandy beach, and bushes? Or bushes. And bushes.
And Tank had already said she wanted boulders, so we are going to put grass and weeds. Okay, that's good. Grass and weeds work. Let's see. I need more
It's just a
green.
river. And anybody that's lived on the river knows there is grass and weeds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, speaking of which, something off while Connie's getting her things in. I noticed today when I took him to work, they completely ripped all of the vegetation off the riverbank and replaced it with gravel.
Well, that was dumb.
Yeah, it's going to cause it to wash away.
Yeah.
And it's right next to the road. I'm like,
Mhm.
that wasn't smart.
Now, of course, this is just the bottom layer of the grass. I will go back and make it look like grass and weeds. And then we can add boulders or rocks along the water.
Y'all do know why Connie's making me do this, right? So I know the right steps to make a painting in.
You got to go with what's the furthest away from you when you're painting. So if you want, let's say you want to do a painting of a flower in a field, you got to start with the furthest thing away from you, which is going to be your sky. Then if you put any like hills, bushes, trees, anything like that has to go next. Or your ground has to go. Whatever it's going to be sitting on, that has to go next. Then you start from the back coming forward towards you on everything you do. That way it actually looks like it's actually a painting and not you
Bye,
just throwing
Mama.
things. Huh?
Chris said,
K.
Mama says, bye, ladies, have fun. I said, bye, Mama.
Bye.
Bye.
And Tank
And-
says, I live on a mountain stream with waterfalls. Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah.
Tank, it was actually the Corps of Engineers that made that decision, not the city and county workers. I don't know about in other places in West Virginia. Oh crap, what do you call it? It's not the Navy, it's the other one.
Air Force,
No,
Marines,
no,
Army.
it's not. No, it's like just
Coast
for,
Guard?
Huh?
well, it's because that river runs by. No, it's not a branch of the armed forces.
Oh.
It is a division of Homeland Security owns the riverbanks in West Virginia because they pass through so many power plants. So they get to make the last decision on what is done to the riverbanks. Everybody thinks, oh, I bought a house on the river. You don't own the riverbank. You only own to your property line, which is generally 30 to 50 feet away from the riverbank.
Right. The same
You-
with the Mississippi. You don't own the
Everything.
Mississippi.
Yeah,
You
it
own-
used use it like it's yours, but you don't own it.
Right.
Yeah, the Army Corps of Engineers.
So did you guys see what I just did? What I made this look like?
Yes.
What does it look like?
Looks like it's going downhill.
Right. I made it where it looks like it's going downhill because the water is going downhill. So that's what we're going to do is we're going down. And I made that look like that by just doing green paint. Okay, so now
Beth
going-
says engineers aren't always the brightest either. Look at where they put some roundabouts.
Oh, yeah, and we're getting a roundabout. Do you know how many people in this area has ever even seen a roundabout? None.
I will tell you I didn't like him at first, but they really keep the traffic moving if everybody follows the law.
Yeah, but you're talking hundreds of years of country drivers.
Right.
This is a new concept for so many people. I looked at Bill and he goes, yep, there's going to be wrecks. I said, there's going to be a lot of wrecks.
Yeah.
Now, me, since I don't generally do not use the interstates, and this is going in next to an interstate, the only problem is they put it in a really busy area.
Okay, before I do this part, we need to put the rocks in because we want the grass and the weeds to come up to the rocks. So are we doing, I know Tank wanted boulders. Is everybody okay with boulders?
I'm good with boulders.
Yep.
Okay, then we will do boulders. And the boulders is going to be, I always start out with black. And then I add white, which gives me my highlight to the boulders. And boulders are just large rocks, of course.
Rena, that's exactly the problem people here is going to have. That's what I'm worried. Especially the younger ones, which may catch on it quicker than the older people.
Yeah.
Because older people set in their ways, they don't like change. The younger people are more open to it. So, yeah, there's going to be, and everybody's going to be like, oh, they're too old to be driving. No, they're just not used to this stuff. There's a learning curve.
Right.
But as far as the riverbank, I don't see how that rock is going to hold the soil without it washing it, especially where we've been having so many floods.
Yeah.
How is that going to help? That all those weeds and all that brush, they suck some of that water up.
Yeah.
And the only thing they're starting to do that I absolutely agree with is they're going to start finding people for throwing trash on the riverbanks. That should never be. People need to learn to respect what we have.
Right.
Yeah. I would hope that they're going to have it on the news, Rena, and get people and educate them and start putting that in a curriculum for driver's ed for the younger ones. So they know, because that's not something I learned because we didn't have them. I guess they never considered people might want to actually, leave the state and drive somewhere else. And yeah, Beth, that's my point. There's nothing to hold. Those rocks are not going to hold the soil. And it's going to erode, and it's going to erode underneath that highway that I have to drive every day. And yes, that worries me.
You guys liking the shape of these rocks? Or these boulders?
Well, there's prettiest boulders I ever did see.
Rocks are not hard to paint if you have to learn the technique. I used to be very, very afraid to even try rocks. I was very intimidated by them, but I just had to keep experimenting and I figured it out. And now it's really quite easy for me to do.
Well, Rena, there's actually spots on that road that's already sinking due to erosion. They're dipshits. I'm sorry. Yay. They're dipshits. That's my opinion. They need to talk to people that actually drive it.
Now, the reason I'm going all the way up here is because you guys can't see where that water goes. It goes up and over the hill.
Yes, I can.
Maybe it goes underneath it.
I have imagination.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to work on these and make them actually look like
Rocks. Or
rocks
bumps.
and not big blobs.
It looks like a dragon tail, kind of.
Yeah.
So what's everybody been working on in chat?
No, but we have a village one town over, Rena. And it flooded. Oh my gosh. The devastation. I went down there to shop. Was it yesterday, day before? The devastation on some of those people's property is horrible. I feel so bad for them.
Well, Beth's working on purses. Cool.
Cool.
I'm working on another hat. I got lazy and started reading, so I wasn't crocheting.
Rena, I actually live in a town that was originally a Civil War train stop. That's all it was. That's how the town started out.
Oh, cool.
It says a washcloth and a hat.
Nice. I'm going to have to get some more cotton yarn so I can make some more washcloths. I've got a little bit left, but
I think I'm going to do hats first, and then I'll worry about the washcloths. Just simply because I can make hats faster than a washcloth. And I know that sounds weird, but that's me.
I'm the opposite.
I got 10 soap bags done. I just have to put the drawstrings in them. And I've got, how many do I have? Of the washcloths, I think I ended up with 6. And I ran out of the cotton. And then, of course, I have the 50 hats. But I'm thinking about taking some of my hats off of my website and sending those as well.
You have a lot of hats on there?
I got probably 15 or more on there. So
Tank said she did a baby lovey, and now she's doing a little blankie.
oh, cool.
Awesome.
Rena said her phone died.
Uh-oh.
Not good.
Beth says CPR, LOL. What are you doing back there, Marlo? She's like scratching my back behind me. I don't know what the hell she's doing.
How are these looking?
They look good.
I like.
Rena says she's worked on getting a sunburn while making a heart collector shawl.
Ah,
That looks, yeah, that's just above my pay grade.
I was a surfer. I used to have a really super dark tan. I don't do that anymore because when I was a teenager, I got heat stroke and sunstroke. More sun than anything. I was burnt to a crisp.
Okay, let me look. Hold on a minute, Tank. I'm looking on that on my tablets here because if I do it on my phone, it'll kick me out of here. Just give me 1 second. Okay, let's go to
Okay, now I'm
Messenger.
gonna do the grass and weeds.
Motorboat, stop. You don't need up here. Stop it. Oh, that's adorable. Did you want me to try to share that with the others? I can take my phone and look at it on my tablet.
What now, babe?
I have to go look at the chat now. Comments.
And I'm just, I don't know if you guys can't see my palette, but I'm kind of got 3 different colors of green, and I'm just kind of mixing it to get this,
Mid green.
yeah, the right green. And then if it's too light, I can always add a little bit of black into it.
Okay, can you guys see that?
Oh, hold on. Let me make you big real quick.
Oh, that's
that's adorable.
Yeah, go closer.
That's really cute. And who
Okay.
made that?
Make your little sheep head, or did you buy it?
Okay, look closer and see.
Yep, that's cute.
Yeah, I love that. That's adorable.
Okay, now I'm boiling up. Got to turn the fan on.
Okay. Back to the chat.
Okay, a 6-inch sheet. Friend of mine she's using white tube socks, like she's cutting the top part off the stripe and making sheep's head, crocheting the ears and doing the face and everything.
Yeah, Tank said she bought a 6-inch sheep. I've never
Cool.
made anything like that. Somebody have to tell me how to do that sometime. I don't know.
You're making a stuffed animal. You're just using a sock for the outside of it,
Oh,
and then you pull in to make the features.
chances I can make it, just didn't want to. That is adorable, though. Now I want one. But with the bear. I like bears.
Okay. Now I'm going to put some weeds in here. The weeds are going to be
Purple.
not purple.
No.
That's not what I would choose. The weeds are going to probably, let's do, I'm going to mix a little black in with the green to give it a little bit more of a different dimension on the weeds so that they show up.
I'll have to talk to you about that later, Beth. If you've made them before, or Annie, or whoever. I'm not doing an Amy head. I just buy a stuffed animal.
I would go to the dollar store, buy a stuffed animal, and cut the head off, and then just cinch it up. I would have some of that long grass come in between your rocks as well.
That's what I'm going to be doing.
Do they ever leave the bodies on these little stuffed animals, or they always murder them?
I think they always take the head off.
Yeah, they take the head off. I used to make those a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
I am going to take a quick comfort break while Connie is doing grass. Okay, that's how.
I'm up here. I'm crocheting. Stop it. I can make you a little blanket and make it where it's just a magic ring and put it over her head. With a blanket around it, that it puts over her head.
Uh-huh.
You need a blanket? You're always under mine. The $2 store now these days. Good luck with a buck. Yeah, I think they're
Oh,
mine.
by the
Doc-
way, okay, I don't want to talk about politics, but I do want to tell you guys this. If you are a shopper of Temu, after next week, you may not want to ever buy from them anymore.
Uh-oh. Why?
Well, China has been tariffing us to death. So Trump is trying to get them to bring the tariffs down by giving them a high tariff. And they said that they're going to have Shein and Temu raise their prices high.
Oh, that's
But that's what the guy from China, their ruler or whoever they are, has said.
well, that's a
Instead of bringing down their tariffs, the thing is what he doesn't realize, or he probably does realize, a lot of the stuff you get from Temu now is not even made in China anymore. It's made here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's going to really. I have a feeling that Temu and Shein is going to see a loss in sales, and it's going to move a lot more stuff here and produce it here.
Yeah.
Because we're their biggest. They sell more to us than anyone else.
Yeah.
Okay, Tank says I do the whole lamb and crochet around a hair tie. Okay.
Okay. And see, now that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the grass that's on there. And I gotta go back and do something. We gotta do something with the water to make it actually look like it's water that's moving.
I think you should add one more thing to the water.
Need some
More
ripples.
Like
Yeah.
a big boulder in the middle of the river.
I will do that, but I want to get this water done first. The movement of the water, because then I can always go back and add it around it. But I want to get because I don't. Oops,
I know
that's
what
not what I wanted to do. How did that happen?
YouTube for complete animals and ponytail holder. Yeah, that makes more sense to me. And Beth has a local Temu warehouse, so we'll see. Just go knock on the door and say, "Hey, can I go shopping?"
Right. Okay. And since the water's going down, what do you think I should do? Do the ripples down or the ripples across?
Down.
Yeah, if it's running down, then yeah, down.
That's wrong.
Okay, do it across.
You do it across and then you do it down.
Well, why are you asking me?
Because I want to. It's just learning.
Mommy, just do it.
But I'm doing the ripples down, or the ripples down in a light blue, and I'm doing the white across it, which will give it like bumps in the
So
road.
it's halfway right. I said down.
This is true. I knew you did that.
Maybe you just didn't give me enough time to answer the rest of it.
Didn't I?
I don't
Did you know? Huh?
I don't
Okay.
know. You cannot get in the hat. What are you thinking?
I bet she can if you let her try.
Oh, yeah, I know she'll fit in it, but she does not need to be inside. It'd be hard for me to crochet around you if you're sitting inside of the hat. She's looking at me like, I bet you we can.
You can try, Mommy. I know you can do it.
You're a weirdo.
Because I had a skein of yarn on my footstool next to my feet because it was center pull.
Uh-huh.
And he jumped up and looked, and in between my feet is where he usually lays, and that's where I had the yarn. And he sat down and he just glared at me, and I said, that's not always your spot. Sometimes I need it. He just took his paw and slapped it off the footstool and then laid down. Shit.
Well, that's another thing when you said about the Canadians. Okay, so he put the tariffs on the Canadians. The Canadians tariff us more than what he put on them. So, yeah, he just wants them to bring the tariffs down so we have world trade that works. Because right now it's not working. They're taking advantage of us big time. Okay. And that's what, that's just it. That's the whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to put some rocks in the water.
So what I'm hearing is Connie says we should all go shopping at Temu immediately.
Well, at least, we got to see what's going to end up happening, because that's what the China guy said, that because of the tariffs, he is not going to lower the tariffs they have on us. They're just going to he's going to make their people raise their prices rather than lowering the tariffs.
They'll go out of business.
Or they'll, yeah, because people will stop buying from them.
That's why people buy
Especially Americans.
That's why people buy from them, because it's so damn cheap.
Right.
And most things, I don't have a problem with anything I get from there.
There's a few things, but not many. I mean, it's just.
There was one thing I got that was broke when I got it, and I went to return it, and they just gave me immediate money back.
Yeah, he is the ruler, Chris. And he rules with an iron fist because it's a communist country. So they will go out of business, or they'll start sending stuff and having it sent here. The thing is back when Trump put the tariffs on them when he was in office the last time on their trucks, within 6 months they had their plants here in the United States and was making their trucks here. So I think he's just blowing smoke, is what I honestly feel like. Okay, so there's your rocks in the water. I'm going to add some highlights to it, and then I'm going to put some water splashing around it.
Maybe we need a fish jumping out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it totally looks like a trout stream.
It does. I'm going to say this hat's taking me a little bit longer than others, but it is all single crochet.
Yeah.
But I hadn't moved one single crochet in a long time, so I did that. It's about done. I'll probably do a reverse single or crab stitch or whatever they call it for the border. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't really care for that one, but Thing says trout and salmon go upstream.
Yep.
Yeah. So I have to do them upstream. Okay. We're gonna do. What color do you guys want your trout?
Rainbow, of course.
They're not actually rainbow colored, just so you know.
They are when the sun hits them, right?
The sun's not out.
Okay. So it'll be like a silver gray.
Okay. I can try that.
Or you can do a brown speckled one. There's brown trout as well. Your choice.
Pink polka dot.
Pink polka
dot. I hate pink. Put it on me.
Oh,
That's
there's your
the-
fish.
That's
That look like a fish?
over that hill.
That look like a fish to you guys?
Sure, it's fish.
Close enough.
One emperor saying, "Where's my honey? I need my honey."
Just
She's
now
behind.
touching,
Fred, you took the wrong turn.
that was just now touching my ears, so I still got a little bit to go.
Excuse
If it's for a woman with a smaller head, then it would probably fit.
Okay, now we need something else over here. So let's go with another question.
Bigfoot.
Let's go with another question. Let's see. This is pop culture. Actor Steve Carell plays what memorable character in the popular TV series The Office?
I don't know who the hell that is. And I've never seen The Office, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll go to another question if nobody has the answer for
I'm
this.
sure somebody, I mean, there's people in there. Maybe somebody will know. I've
I know
never
it only because
seen
I watched the series.
I've never seen it.
I've never watched even one episode of that. My son loves it.
Yeah.
Golden Age has beat me, and Chris K says Roger.
No. So we'll go to another question. It was Michael Scott. So we'll go to another one. Whitney Houston went to the top of the music charts in 1992 with which Dolly Parton song?
I will always love you.
Yep. You got it. I will always love you is the right one. See, you got that one. Okay, Joe. Bushes, trees, what would you like?
It's a stream. My choices are bushes or trees.
Yeah. Because that's what
You
I
have
want
one
to do.
other option.
Huh?
There is one other option. Do you want to do the bushes and trees first?
What other option is that?
A building of some sort. A structure.
That's only if you want a building.
No.
I don't know. You don't want a building? Okay.
That's a stream. I think trees would go better with that.
Okay. Here comes the building. Or not building. The trees. Do you want them to be a big tree or do you want them to be little trees?
Medium sized.
Of course.
Or you
The
can
one
make,
I don't ask. That's okay.
Or you can make some big, some small.
Okay.
And Chris K says glider swing set with poles.
Glider swing set with poles. Glider swing set with poles. I don't know if I could come up with that without looking it up.
Well, that's for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is out in the middle of nowhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said trees.
Don't everybody get so quiet. Stop talking. I know. Even Ron knows. He goes, I said, the reason why I wanted to start doing this more often is because I don't talk very much when I'm painting. He goes, yeah, Connie, you get really quiet.
Beth says there could be a hammock between trees. If it's out in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah, I don't know if that would work.
that would work if you had a cabin,
Right.
and someone put
But this
that up.
isn't set up
Or-
for a cabin because it's a
Mm-mm.
hill and it goes down.
Yeah.
So,
Otherwise, you could even put like a bench out there if it was like, had a little cabin out there.
right.
Why would you need a bench when you got all those rocks to sit on?
Because sometimes
Mm.
your bum needs a bench and not a rock.
Yeah. Those rocks don't look big enough on my butt.
Well, yeah, but you're looking at them from a distance. When you get closer, they're bigger.
I would hope so.
That's
Very,
the story, and I'm sticking to it.
very damn big ass boulders for my ass. Beth says a tent. LOL. Oh, so you're gonna have a campsite where you're laying on an incline. Okay.
That is not one place I would ever pick.
Well, at least you know if it rains, your tent's not going to get flooded because all the water's going to flow away from you.
Golden Age
Oh,
says
unless
you
the
could
water's
have-
above you.
Like your feet downhill.
Golden Age says you could have a park bench and a walking path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate doing park benches, but okay, I could do that. I wouldn't put it back on it. I wouldn't put it back on it because that is one thing. That's another thing I struggle with because I've just never just done it. Anytime I've never just done it, then I struggle until I get it down.
You remember that one painting you did? You had a bunch of trees that you're putting in there. And I was like, now stop right there. That's a perfect creepy. It's creepy. I
What?
like it.
Oh yeah. The gray one, and then I put green on it or turquoise.
I don't remember, but you had trees. They didn't have anything on them yet. And-
Yeah, it's right there in the stack.
I was like, leave it just like that. But no, you didn't.
No, it didn't.
Chris K says, "Can't you see the parking lot just at the bottom of the hill?"
No, because
No.
it'd be
No, I don't see it. I looked.
Have y'all ever been watching something and they're directing their attention down, and you stand up and look down the TV to see if you can get a better look?
Yes.
yeah.
It's like, what are you looking at?
Or off to the side.
I had seen. Oh shit! Shoot! I'm sorry.
Language.
Didn't mean to say that. I forgot I wanted to do a third little tree.
As many as you want.
When you make it further up and smaller, it looks further away.
You know how I asked y'all the other day, I wonder why every time we sit down at the bingo and I start yawning, Bill has an answer for that. He said, "Do you
What?
ever think that that's the first time you sit down each day?" And I just looked at him and said, "Okay, you got a point."
Right.
You're just relaxing for a minute. Yeah.
Right.
Beth says, why not, Chris? I see the lake over the hill. LOL.
Okay. Now we're gonna do leaves. And if you know anything about the leaves that I do, I always do dark leaves and then I do lighter leaves. That gives you the variation of the difference of the what leaves are further away from you to what leaves that is closer to you. So, and this green is, I'm running out of this green. I have a big bottle I need to pour into this bottle.
Rena says, "I can see the lake, the path, and the parking area."
You see a little playground down there too? 'Cause that's what I see.
Yes, was sweet for the kids.
Yeah. Little picnic area. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I think that's for another painting, guys.
I think you need a bigger canvas.
Earlier, and he had told Lorelai that they could go to the park if she finished eating her dinner, so they could get there before, and back before dark. And she goes, Dad, I just truly don't think my legs are up to walking that far today. And he said, well, what do you want to do? He said, and I can't remember, Bexley. She said, I want to go play with Bexley. And he said, well, Bexley's not available. Well, why not? He said, because she has extracurricular activities. She goes, well, I want extra, whatever it was you said. We have been talking about putting her in a dance class or a tumbling class.
Yeah.
That kid's got so much. She needs something to wear some of that energy out.
Right. Okay, now this tree needs to be darker. This one back here. So I'm going to do this lighter one. I know normally I go in front, but I want to use the same brush. So I'm going to use this color, and then I will go into the darker green for that one. Of course, you're not going to be able to see very much of it because I'm going to cover part of it.
Rena, she is very, my son is very proactive in making sure she gets enough exercise because he figures, she's sitting in school all day, so she's not getting to run around and play, that she has to have so many hours of outside play a day, unless it's raining or really cold. And she doesn't understand. We've been trying to explain to her that you need exercise to be healthy. I'm a big one for kids getting out and playing.
Okay, so this one is the darker, and you can see it be so that it makes it look like it is further away. And I won't put no highlights on this tree. I will only put them on these other two trees. I'm gonna get this brush.
I think the next time you paint a tree, it should be a weeping willow.
Yeah.
I love weeping willows. Wouldn't have one in my yard because they attract mosquitoes like everything. But I look at them from a distance. They're very pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, he took that from me, Rena, because there was no screen time until homework was done, and they had played outside for at least an hour every day. And she's at that age where all of her friends are always on the iPads. Computers are great, but I don't like to see kids glued to them 24 hours a day. It's not good for their eyes. It's not good for their brain.
Well, I will tell you, my grandsons, okay, so they go to charter schools, and when they had to sign at the first of every year, they have to sign a contract that says that they will not have any screen time from Sunday evening until Friday afternoon and during the school year, unless they're on vacation. Now, the reason why they do that is because they're at when they're at school, they're on the computer, doing stuff on the computer at school. So they don't want these kids to be on the screen time. So no TV, no games, no computer at all during that period of time. And then on the weekends, when they do get time, they get one hour a Saturday, 1 hour on Sunday, that they can pick what they want. And if after that they want to watch TV, or YouTube or whatever, it has to be educational stuff that my daughter says is okay. Well, she thought we're never going to be able to do this. They're going to fight it. You know what? They don't. They are thoroughly enjoy going in and playing with their toys and all kinds of stuff. So, and they're very smart. So there's no TV, they don't have phones, but nothing electronic. My daughter doesn't watch TV during the week when they're home. She doesn't, get on the computer or anything. So it helps. Okay, do we want some. Okay, I'm going to give you one more question, and whoever gets it right, you're going to answer the question. I'll tell you what the answer is. Do you want wildflowers or no? But you have to answer the question first, and if you get it right, then you get to say what we do. Okay. What was Taylor Swift's first song to chart on the Billboard Hot 100? If you guys know that. If not, if you don't have it, the answer fairly quickly, then we'll go on to something else. Actually, scratch that one. I have a better one. In what TV series did actor Tom Hanks co-star with Peter Scolari in the early 1980s?
Bosom,
I
buddies.
answer to that one.
Bosom buddies.
Yes, they got it. Okay. Are we going to have wildflowers?
Of course.
And what color would you like, or do I have to ask?
You don't have to ask.
Okay. We're going to have some purple flowers. So,
Wild violets.
it wasn't big. It was bosom buddies.
Yeah,
They dressed.
I like that show.
They had to. They were. They needed an apartment. They couldn't find one they afford, and the only one they found was in a building that only had females. So it was all girls. So they dressed up like girls to get this apartment. It
Yeah,
was absolutely hilarious.
It was good.
It was one of Tom Hanks' very first introduction into acting.
He was so young in that.
Yeah, he was. I have a feeling Herb is not here because he's not feeling well.
No.
He said he was sick and not feeling. He'd been sick.
Last night he said he wasn't feeling good.
Yeah. And he left early. I have to go back and finish the tree trunks too. You want orange flowers? I can do orange too.
You can do variety. Whatever. Jake says wildflowers.
No, I've heard of Indian paint brushes. They are pretty flowers. Kind of like a spiky daisy.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm just adding. I added a little bit of white into my purple to give my flowers highlights. So that you can tell that they're not just flat. orange. This paint is not normal. The paint that I buy in the half-gallon jugs is not the same as like red apple and any of those others, so it's thicker. Much thicker paint.
You mean apple barrel?
Yeah, that's what I meant. What did I say?
Red apple.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? I'm looking at it. It's a red apple.
Indian paintbrush. I don't think I've ever seen those.
What?
Indian
These?
paintbrush.
Oh, what do you? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah.
Those are pretty.
I like 'em. Yeah.
There are times I just like to stick a bottle brush down my throat and scratch it.
Bottle
Yeah,
brushes are.
you said that.
Are you
before.
talking about an actual bottle brush or a flower bottle brush?
No, bottle brush, like you clean
Oh.
baby bottles with.
That would hurt.
Scratch the throat.
That would hurt. Just saying.
But it'd feel good when it scratched.
True.
I have a tickle way down in there.
My daughter used to rub her tongue. It was weird. She'd move her tongue and she would rub her tongue against the top of her throat and scratch it.
Yes, I do that. You have to be careful. You can actually choke yourself like that.
Yeah, and this one time, she was sticking her tongue out, and she's like, "Mom, there's something growing on my tongue." I'm like, "What?" You know? And so I looked, and there was these little round things on her tongue. So I took her to the doctor. I said, "There's something growing on her tongue." She stuck her tongue out, and he's like, I've never seen anybody be able to stick their tongue out that far. That's the little cups that push the food down your throat." Oh, okay. They look like little suction cups. I'm like, okay, Jessica, stop sticking your damn tongue out that far. But yeah. She's like, "I'm just weird, Mom." I said, "I know."
Hey, embrace the weirdness.
She does. Still now, she's almost 43. She'll be 43 in August, and she is weird, and she knows it.
I don't mind being a little weird.
I'm weird too, so. Ron calls me an alien.
Bill calls me weird all the time. And I said, think about it. He's what? I said, all this time you spend on thinking that I'm weird? I said, you're thinking about me.
Yep. So here I'm putting in the highlights so that you can see that it's actually not just blobs of orange. Gotta have the highlights so you can see the difference between it. Okay, now I gotta do the bark on those trees. I gotta give them some texture.
Woof, woof.
Huh? Oh yeah. What? Yeah.
Woof.
I got it. See, I don't like this brush. Not the one I'm going to be using. Let's try this one. Yeah, that's better.
You're fine, Cash. I wasn't even close to you. Swap out the cords.
Okay. You guys think this is done? Does it need something else? Let me take off that ticker so that you can see it real well. There you go.
I think it looks fine.
I need a mama bear. No.
Mama Bear. I'm Mama Bear.
I agree with that, Tank.
Oh, you know what? I do need to do something I didn't do yet. I don't think I'm going to put a mama bear in here, but thank you for the suggestion. But I have, when I do an animal, it takes me time to get ready to do it, and I have to look at the picture. I really struggle with different parts of an animal, like getting it to look like an actual animal. But if you want that, then that's something I can do at another time. I just have to get ready for it, is all. Now, I'm going to give you guys a question. And if the person that's the closest to the right answer is going to win some yarn. How about that? And I'll show you the yarn. Hold on. Let me undo this. Oops, I'm connected. Hold on. I'm super connected. Ouch. Let go. Okay, so where'd that other thing go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me get this hooked back on me so I can hear. Okay. Answer must be typed. Yes, it has to be typed. That way everyone has a chance. Okay. These are the two things that you will win. Okay. This is a cake that I bought from Temu, and then I noticed it has part wool in it. I'm allergic to wool, so I have never opened it. It is it says 60% cotton, 30% acrylic, and 10% wool, and it's 100 grams, and it's 245 millimeters, and and this is what it looks like. It's blues into tans and browns. Okay. That's the first thing you'll get. The second thing you'll get, I was given this by another crocheter, and I can't use it because it's wool. You're out then. I'm sorry, Beth. If you win, I can send you something that's not wool. How about that? This is just from the Dollar Tree. It's a little felting kit, but it's wool. I can do acrylic and polyester felting. I cannot do wool. So, and that's just a cute little thing. It's got everything in it. It's got the instructions. So that will both come. And Beth, like I said, if you win, I will pick something else out that is acrylic, and I'll send that to you instead. Acrylic or polyester or something. This is the question. How many paintbrushes do you think I've used tonight? And while you're thinking, I'm going to use another paintbrush, and I'm going to sign my name. Think about all the different paintbrushes that I used tonight. And then I will count when you guys are all done. And then I'll tell you. I'm going to make it where you can't see what I'm counting. I'll change my camera. Okay, let's. Okay, is everybody done guessing? So we've got Tank says 1, Joe 10, Beth says 2, Chris says 4, Golden Age, Lorraine says 7, then Annie says 5, Tank 3, Tank 6, and then Tank 8, 9, and 11, and Beth says 7. Okay, I'm going to count to
Do you
20.
do you get more than one guess? I didn't know that.
Yes, you
And
can
I'm-
guess more. I'm going to count to
Mm.
20. And at the end of the 20, no more answers. And after I'll put stars, or I'll stop you. I'll put something on, say I'll put stop. And then we'll go from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Stop. Okay, now we're going to count them. So here they are. We're going to count them. So we've got
Good
1,
Lord.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Those are the brushes I used tonight. So now let's go back and see who's the closest. Tank has 21. Let's see if anyone. Oh, Joe has 22. Let's see if there's anyone else that's above 22.
Nope. I think that was it.
Nope. So Joe wins it
Yay.
with 22. So I ask these kinds of questions. So be aware when you watch me, pay attention to what I'm doing. Not that you guys don't, but I might ask you a question that you're going to say, well, crap, if I had have only paid attention, I might have actually picked on what she was saying. So, she's getting this. Also, I wanted to show you because she has not seen. I went shopping a couple weeks ago, or last week, and I picked up some stuff for her and for me. And let me take this. Did I show it to you yet, Joe?
No.
Okay. I gotta take this off. Let me grab it because it's across the room. Hold on.
And yay, Joe.
Yay.
Ow, that was my hair. Let go. Okay, so what happened was last week I was supposed to go to Joann's, and I went to the Joann's, and they had sent all of their yarn to Ollie's, and they were getting, that was the last day that store was going to be open, and so they were shipping everything out, right? Where? a wall of thread. Are you talking about that right there? No, that's over 500 bottles of fingernail polish. It goes all the way from there, all the way to the floor. But I have a lot of thread, but that's nail polish. Okay, because I do my nails. Right now they're just French tip, but I do my nails. I do my nails. Okay, so I went to Ollie's, and they had not put out any of the yarn that they had just sent to them. It was sitting in the back of the room. This was right when they opened at 9 o'clock in the morning, and they said they wasn't going to be putting it out until later that day, and it's 2 hours from my house, or an hour away from my house. And so I said, I ain't going to get, I'm not coming back. So I got, they didn't have very much yarn, so I got 2 of these, the Red Heart. This one is in claret. I got 2 of those, so Joe's getting one and I'm getting one. And then 2 of these. And this is all they had other than some yarn that neither one of us like, the really bumpy yarn. And this was only, for these great big things, was $4.99. Yeah, $4.99. And this color is Bluebell. So she's getting one of these, a blue one, and the claret. And then I ordered something else on Temu and didn't pay attention. And she got this. I'm giving this to her as well. It's another one that I bought that's wool. And I opened it up and didn't touch it, and I could see that it said wool on it. So this is it's pink, gray, and off-white, like almost like a heather. And there's 4 of these. And
Is it mohair, or do you know?
no, it's not mohair.
Okay.
It says, I gotta find where it said it. Ah, it fell out. I can't.
Don't touch it.
I'm not touching it. Okay. Stuff that back up.
Put it back in the shelf before it
It
falls.
says 60. It just says 60% cotton, 30% acrylic, and 10% wool, just like that other one.
Yeah, usually it's mohair if it's mohair. We'll find out.
Yeah, let me put some tape on this darn thing. I'm gonna end up getting crucified. So she's getting those as well. I do have another skein of yarn that I got. I won from Mishi. I was so excited to get it, and it's wool. It's very pretty. So that's gonna go out. I opened it up, pulled it out, and shoved it back in the bag because it's wool, and so that's gonna be someone else's winning sometime because I can't use wool.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Annie's getting this. I mean, not Annie. Joe's getting this, and Annie just got some wool yarn from me the other day.
Yes, I did.
So I can't keep
that on my pegboard wall so I can look at it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
not a problem. Kind of switch stuff. You gave me some stuff, so
Yeah.
that you had won. So yeah, so that is what that's gonna be.
I think I remember throwing it, and you're like, "Can I have it?" Okay.
Yeah, it was a amigurumi thing, and you gave me some wool, some yarn too. But it was an amigurumi, a little I can't even think of what was a nutcracker or something like that. Amigurumi kit that you had won, and so you gave it to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was a lot of fun. So here, let me show you the painting again. Now that you're not trying to count. So, oh, this is not working. Oh, there we go.
They look so different once they start drying.
Yeah.
Because the colors change as they dry.
Right. They do. Okay, this needs to move. Let me move this camera out of the way. In the way. Oh, there you go. So yeah, there it is. And this will be available on my website soon. I just put 17 paintings on there yesterday. This great big giant stack. You can't see it. See this?
You had it last time. It's in there somewhere. Remember last time I
You're
was
muted yourself. Muted.
We can't hear you.
You can hear me now. I don't
Yes,
know
we
how I
can.
did that. Okay. So I have the originals on my website. It's artwithconnie.com. You can also get prints. I crochet stuff on there as well. Of course, you guys all crochet, so yeah. But I do have a cute koala, amigurumi koala that I made. I love her. She's so cute. But I'm gonna sell her if somebody ever wants her.
Mm.
But yeah, thank you guys for coming, supporting, and I hope you guys enjoyed creating a painting with me. Every time I have a live, which is 2 times a month, I'm going to be doing something similar to this, so you guys get to kind of have. Yeah, we are hookers. Because I have another channel, by the way. I don't know. Tank knows I have another channel,
I
and
know you want to
and
have it, you know.
and Annie and Joe know, and Chris, I'm pretty sure she knows. But let me grab my address. And Beth, I'm pretty sure you know I have one, but I will grab it for Golden Age, so I can get it for her. Let's see.
Okay. Well, you know I can't open this crap.
It's not showing up.
Having love about it. I'm just gonna hold your phone. What are you hiding on your phone?
Okay.
Oh, I'm not old enough to look at that stuff, huh?
Oh,
You're lying.
You're much too innocent.
you're not old enough, Mom.
She's trying to open
Right.
a long one. She can't get it open.
What the hell they have? It's
It might be super glue. I don't know.
Okay. Here's my channel, my other channel.
Sometimes you gotta cut that bottom ring off of it, please.
There it is. It's Hooking with Connie and DIYs. I do crocheting. The other day I did a craft. I've done, I did a wreath a couple weeks ago.
You do
Oh,
stuff.
thank you. Thank you, Beth. You almost got there before I did. But yeah, so I do other stuff on that channel. I do woodworking, I do cooking, I do all kinds of stuff. Last month I did how I made dog food, because that's what I do. So yeah, and it's almost time where I can go out and start working in my garage doing woodworking. And I'm in August or September. I'm getting a scroll saw, so I'm going to be doing that as well. I know you did, Beth. Thank you for trying. I'm surprised Tank didn't get it before either one of us, because she's really quick at getting addresses. But all right, thank you guys all for coming. I totally enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. And I will see you guys all on Sunday. If you show up on this channel, I'm doing another painting.
Tank's not blue.
Huh?
Tank is not blue.
I'm not. Oh, that's why. Duh. I should probably change that, shouldn't I? Let me go in there and change it. I got to change back to Connie.
no.
Or not to Connie. I am Connie. Change back to this channel. Switch. And I can make you blue, so next time you can do that.
Didn't do anything.
Let's see.
I need some beer bread. Is what I need.
Okay.
Working on this.
If you need an ibuprofen, let me know.
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
As soon as the chat shows up, I can. There it
He had
is.
a rough day at the office.
Oh,
That's what I call it.
Been
Right.
there, done it.
Right when he was leaving and ready to leave, one of the aides on one of the wings brought in a whole
Uh-huh.
big old cart full of trays for them to take care of from the feeders on the wing. They waited
Okay,
till
Hank.
8 o'clock.
Waited till it's time
Hank,
for him.
you should have a blue. Try say something again. You should be in blue now. It should show up blue because I just switched you over. Let me make sure. Yeah,
At least
you are.
at least you
You
took care
are.
of one person, or Beth did.
She should the next time she puts anything up. It should be in blue because I do have her. I checked and she is a moderator. So, all right, we will say good night so I can get taking care of my dog.
Yep, she's
That's
blue.
in there. Okay,
Yeah,
awesome. Yep,
Yeah.
cool.
All
All
right,
right,
have a good
then.
night, everyone.
All right, good night,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Thanks for coming, and you guys have a great week, and hope to see you guys on Sunday. What I was saying is I do paintings on Sunday and Thursdays, and on Tuesdays I do my other channel. Whatever I end up.
Don't forget your thumbs up as you leave.
Yes, thank you
Yes.
for doing the thumbs up, and I will catch you all later. Hopefully, I'll probably see you guys all tomorrow night at bingo.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Have a
Bye.
great day or great night.
As I sit here and wave at the screen, nobody can see me. I'm dumbass.